I'm not going to lie to you, no skills is a catchy title. But in real life, what it actually means is no advanced skills yet. Because making your first $1,000 online in 2026 is less about having talent and more about having one, a simple offer, two, proof you can deliver it, and three, the discipline to do boring outreach every day until you get paid. So this guide is the exact system I'd use if I had to start from zero with nothing but a phone, laptop, basic English, and free cheap AI tools, and I'll keep it grounded in what platforms actually allow, what's legal, and what's realistic. The first thing I did was stop thinking, how do I make $1,000? And instead ask, how do I get 10 people to pay me $100 or 20 people to pay me $50 or 40 people to pay me $25? Because $1,000 is not one big miracle, it's a stack of small, boring transactions, and small transactions happen when you sell something simple that removes pain fast. So I picked one beginner-friendly category that doesn't require years of training, admin plus content cleanup plus simple digital deliverables, the kind of work where clients already know what they want but don't want to do it, and I built my $1,000 map around 3 lanes so I wasn't dependent on one platform. Lane A was quick freelancing gigs, fast cash. Lane B was one repeatable service I could deliver in 60, 120 minutes, stable cash. And Lane C was a digital product I could sell multiple times, leveraged cash. Before I touched any platform, I set a hard rule. I will not do anything shady. No fake screenshots, no fake income claims, no fake testimonials, no copied templates pretending to be mine, no spamming, and if I ever use affiliate links or get anything free, I disclose it clearly because long-term money online is trust, and trust is fragile. Then I chose the simplest possible service offer that a beginner can deliver with AI help and basic effort. I will turn your messy notes, your emails, doc into a clean, client-ready document, plus summary plus next steps, which sounds small, but it's incredibly valuable to busy people, and it doesn't require me to be a designer or coder, just organized, consistent, and fast. Next, I created proof, because without proof, you're invisible. I made 3 sample before-after deliverables using public or self-created content, never a real client's private data. Like a messy page of bullet points turned into a 1-page SOP, a rough meeting transcript turned into action items, and a follow-up email draft, and a chaotic list of tasks turned into a clean weekly plan. I didn't need a portfolio website, just a simple PDF or a Google Doc link I could share on demand, and I wrote one line under each sample, what I received and what I delivered, because clients buy outcomes, not effort. Now I was ready for Lane A, quick gigs, and I started with marketplaces because they already have buyers, Fiverr-style gigs and Upwork-style proposals. On Fiverr, the concept is straightforward. You create a service listing, a gig, and optimize it so the right buyers can find it, but you must keep it honest and within what you can deliver, and the platform itself emphasizes the gig creation process and best practices in its help documentation, which pushed me to treat the listing like a product page, not a random promise. I wrote a gig title that was specific, not "I will be your virtual assistant," but "I will clean up your notes into a 1-page summary plus action plan in 24 hours. Then I built packages so the buyer had choices. Basic $25, one document up to X words, standard $50, 2 documents, premium $100, 4 documents, plus 1 follow-up email draft. Because packages do a psychological trick, they let buyers self-select without negotiating. I also added a simple intake message. Send your notes plus what you want. Summary, action items, email draft, your audience, client, team, self, and your deadline. Because most beginner freelancers fail not because they can't do the work, but because they don't control scope. On Upwork, I treated it like a numbers plus relevance game. The official beginner guide breaks the journey into account creation, profile setup, finding the first job, submitting the first proposal, interviewing, and then delivering the first project, and I followed that path exactly instead of winging it, because Upwork doesn't reward randomness, it rewards clarity. I completed my profile like it was a landing page, a clean title, document cleanup plus summaries, arse notes, action plans, a short overview with proof, here are 3 samples, and only a few skills that matched my offer. Then I applied to tiny fixed-price jobs first, not huge hourly roles, because beginners win by being low risk. Clients can test you without committing. The proposal script I used was intentionally short because clients hate essays. Hey name, I can do this today. I'll deliver 1, a clean summary, 2 action items with owner's dates, and 3 a ready-to-send follow-up message. If you share the notes docs, I'll send a 5-line outline in the next 30 minutes so you can confirm the format before I finalize. Quick question: who is the audience? Client, team, self. And that last line matters because it proves you think like a professional. I aimed for 10-15 proposals per day for 7 days, not because rejection is fun, but because volume creates probability and gives you feedback fast. Meanwhile, I protected myself. No working off platform, no sharing personal contact details early, and I kept everything inside platform messaging until the contract was clear, because beginners get scammed when they chase easy money. Once the first client said yes, I obsessed over delivery more than anything. I delivered earlier than promised. I matched the client's tone, formal versus casual. I included a "what I need from you next" section so the client didn't feel lost, and I asked for one small clarification before starting instead of guessing, because guessing creates revisions, and revisions kill your hourly rate. After 2 or 3 successful deliveries, I raised prices slightly, not doubled, just stepped up, because the goal isn't to stay cheap, it's to become dependable. That was lane A, and it can realistically get you to $200 or $600 if you execute daily, but to reach $1,000 faster without burning out, you need lane B, one repeatable service that you can sell consistently. My lane B service was weekly admin reset, which is basically, I take your week's messy inputs, notes, voice memos, emails, screenshots, and I give you a clean weekly plan, a prioritized task list, and 3 ready-to-send messages, follow-ups you've been avoiding. And I positioned it as a subscription-like offer, $100 week, cancel anytime, 2-day turnaround. This is powerful because it turns random one-off gigs into recurring revenue, and you only need 5 to 10 people over time to make real monthly income. To sell it as a beginner, I didn't pretend I was a life coach. I sold it as organization help, and I used the same proof system. 1 sample weekly reset document plus a checklist of what's included. Now, lane C, digital product, is where people either do it's smart or completely waste weeks, so I kept it simple. I created 1 digital download that solves 1 small problem and is easy to deliver, like a weekly planner plus habit tracker template, a client onboarding checklist, or a content calendar, and I didn't build a 200-page ebook because beginners don't need complexity, they need shipping. Etsy is a common place people sell digital downloads, but it has rules. Digital items must be made and or designed by the seller, and if it's an instant download, you upload the files the buyer is purchasing when you create the listing, up to 5 files. So I prepared my files with clean names before upload, because file names show to buyers and can't be edited after upload. And I wrote the listing like a promise: what it is, who it's for, what it includes, and exactly how the buyer uses it. I priced it low enough to convert $15 and plan to make the rest through volume and bundles later, because the first goal is proof of demand, not perfection. To get traffic without ads, I use content as distribution. Short videos showing the template in action, a simple how to use post, and I shared it in relevant communities without spamming. If I used affiliate links in any content later, for example recommending a tool, I followed the FTC's plain language influencer disclosure guidance. If there's a material connection, money, free products, discounts, employment, family relationship, you disclose it clearly and in a way that's hard to miss, using simple language like ad, sponsored, or thanks to X for the free product, and you don't hide it in a pile of hashtags or in a place people won't see, because disclosure is the law and also basic honesty. Now here's the most important part, the part most no-skills videos skip: how I stitched this into a 2026 execution plan that can realistically reach $1,000 without fantasy. Day 1, I picked my offer, 1 service, made 3 samples, wrote 1 proposal, script, and set my minimum daily action, 10 proposals or 10 outreach messages. Day 2, I built my profiles and listings cleanly and honestly, and I set turnaround times I could actually hit. Day 3, day 7, I went hard on outreach, Upwork proposals, plus Fiverr gig optimization, plus direct outreach to small businesses like coaches, realtors, local service providers, agencies. But the outreach was not, please hire me. It was, I noticed X. I can fix it in 24 hours. Here's the exact output you'll get. Want me to send a quick outline first? Because clients respond to certainty. Week 2. I focused on delivery and reviews, because 1 good review plus a strong sample can outperform 100 random messages. Week 3, I added the repeatable weekly admin reset and pitched it to anyone who already bought once. If you want this every week, I can do it as a weekly reset, same deliverable, faster, fixed price. Week 4, I launched one digital download and promoted it consistently for 7 to 10 days because most people quit on day 2 and then claim it doesn't work. And the math to $1,000 looked like this: not a promise, just a target model. 6 one-off gigs at $50, $300, 4 gigs at $75, $300, 2 weekly resets at $100, $200, and 20 template sales at $10, $200. Total are $1,000. And if that seems like a lot, remember, it's not one thing. It's multiple small wins stacked together. Finally, I'll say the uncomfortable truth that makes this whole system work. You don't need skills to start, but you do need standards. Show up daily. Communicate clearly. Deliver on time. Be honest about what you can do. Keep everything auditable. Don't break platform rules. And don't use AI to lie or steal. AI can help you write faster, format better, summarize cleaner, and generate drafts. But you still have to make it correct, make it human, and make it valuable, because the client is paying for relief, not for words. If you want, tell me your country plus how many hours per day you can give, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, and I'll tailor the exact best beginner offer plus pricing and daily outreach targets for your situation.